Well, hello. So this is Nubia of Nubian Queen Nation podcast. So yeah, it's been a minute, the month of April 2022. So, have you ever felt like you were spinning your wheels and trying to keep up? Well, that's been me this past month. My sister and I take care of our father, shared responsibility. She has him in the winter in Texas, and I keep him here in New England for the summer vacation, like, from April-ish until September. And then I have a sister who's down the street from me, and she comes and takes my father out to get his a mani pedi because he's diabetic, so to help to keep his nails and his toenails in shape. She comes and gets him, takes him to lunch and things like that. And I do have my husband and my children that help me here. So anyway, I'm just saying that to say that this month, this year, it's just been crazy. And I think he's been here so far, it's just been 2 weeks. So just trying to establish a new routine and getting used to him being here again, and also getting him acclimated. So of course, you know, the change in the weather, all those things. So, and I also don't have him set up yet with nurses and all those types of things. So if anybody's out there, once you get to be our age, my age, your parents are starting to reach that stage, maybe where they're needing some assistance if they're elderly. I mean, my mother's doing fine; she's still driving, she takes care of herself, but my father does need assistance with everything. But that's another whole topic for another whole show, another whole episode. So, but you add those things in with marriage, adult children, teenage son, homeschool, exercise. Well, that's a whole lot. And of course, did I mention exercise? Because it's always, I want to say that it's on my agenda, but it's not on my agenda, but I'm always thinking about it because I need to do it. We all need to, as far as staying in shape. So, but my happy place, because of course it's April, is flowers and seeds and getting down and dirty. And I'm talking about soil. I love playing in the soil. There's just something about it. Earthiness. And I can't say that I've always been that way. It wasn't until, I guess, after getting out of the military and living in Florida and I already had my first two girls then. And I just wanted to have my own little piece of earth. Is one of my favorite movies, children's movies, is what is that movie called? I can't think of it right now, but it has to do with springtime and flowers coming up. And anyway, I'll have to post it or find it or whatever. But one of my favorite children's movies, Secret Garden. Secret Garden. I almost watch it almost once a year just because it just gets me in the mood. I just love it. It's just beautiful, beautifully made. So, like I said, my happy place is flowers, seeds, dirt. So whenever this time of year, and I'm trying not to, moving away from celebrating all the holidays. I think you've all heard me say that before. But when it is a Mother's Day, I'll just get me some dirt, also I can play outside in the dirt. And then, of course, the anniversary of my birth is also in June, and so I'm like, just get me some dirt. That's what it is. I like to tell my husband, just get me dirt. So they know that. My husband knows that. My kids know that. So between that, and then there's the weather. And if you're wondering, look over here checking on my notes here. So where else am I? What else? So what else have I been doing? Well, it seems like I've noticed a pattern with myself, of course. As the new year comes in, January, everybody's starting to exercise, cleanse, detox, all those things. And here it is, April again. And I remember last year, it just seems like around the same time I do the same things, which is cleansing and detoxing, and that's not a bad thing. So maybe we should do it quarterly, or at least twice a year, or it should be in, I think, the forefront of everybody's mind so that we can keep our bodies moving and working synergistically. Just want to be healthy and just get rid of all the stuff off all the dead skin, drink some lots and lots of liquids, hopefully with less sugar, mainly water, and put your lemons and your limes in there. But like I said, so a lot of times I would just do the detox on my own, but lately I've been finding that there are a lot of different small groups that do the detoxing around the same time also. And so last year I think I found one on Facebook. And then I also find different people that I follow on YouTube or Instagram that are influencers, and they sometimes have it where you can join their group of detoxing people together from home. And so last year around this time, I believe it was, I did, you can even check out, I had a podcast that I did with my detox with Queen Afua. Now Queen Afua has her own products. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, hopefully I'll post this on YouTube. She has her own products, Healthy Living, I guess. Queen Afua, Heal Thyself, which is the name of her book also. So she had a Master Cleanse, and this one is, big bottle, is Master Cleanse, or Master Herbal. So let's see what was in here. Okay, so that was a tea, and you buy this whole kit of 5 different things, and that was the Master Cleanse that you put in a tea. And then she had a Green Life, which was a powder that I think you would add to your water. So I should have, sometimes I don't use the products all like I should. For some reason I'm like a skimper, so I kind of use the minimum. So I'm not sure if I even got the maximum that I should have gotten out of the program, because I didn't use all the products to the end. And it's supposed to be a 7-day supply, so all these really should be empty. And this is in no certain order. But she also had herbal laxative. Of course, I took that. That's a small bottle, and that's all gone. She also had, during her 7-day detox, a clay. So let's see here. I put up there rejuvenation clay, and I think that it was really just a what's the name of that? Benzonite clay. Because I think that one of the companies that I used to work with, their products, it was a clay that you could just add water to, and you could make your own clay. And so I need to, this kind of dried up a little bit, so I need to add some water in it and then finish it up. But yeah, it's called Rejuvenation Clay. That was also a 7-day supply. I might even just put that on after this, after I finish doing this podcast. But it was green clay, eucalyptus oil, peppermint oil, red clover oil, alkaline water, and it says all ingredients are 100% natural and organic. And then the last thing that was in there with Queen Afua's kit was Breath of Life, this little tiny thing. So it was like, I don't even know, point something ounces. It's really, really small. Let's see, a quarter fluid ounce. So, and then I tell you what, that peppermint oil that was in there, it was very strong. So just one drop on your tongue just does it. Yeah. Woo, 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 that's strong. Woo, peppermint oil just kind of opens up all your senses. Let me drink some of my drink here. Which again, if you see this podcast on YouTube, I am drinking my citrus drink. So it just has water, citrus drink. Of course, I love everything with a dash of turmeric and cayenne, turmeric, and ginger. And I just put the citrus, like orange or grapefruit, whichever one your choice, in the blender and blend it all up and just drink it down. If you need something else to add in there to cleanse or just to make it taste sweeter, you can throw in papaya, or what else did I use? You can also use mango, frozen mango. So that was the Queen Afua that I did last year, and you can, like I said, check out the YouTube page for that at Nubian Queen TV. And I also have a podcast up on that one. I've also did a program with Kristina. She's a vegan, and she's from Texas, and she's all about holistic also. So is Queen Afua. But she had her own co-op. Kristina had her own co-op in Texas. She sold it, and now she's living in Hawaii, growing all of her fruits and plants and veggies, everything on her own, again, on her land in Hawaii. And her website and her main thing is a lot of different smoothies. And she's mainly a raw vegan, if I'm not mistaken. And so she eats, I mean, huge bowls, like who knows, 1 or 2 of them a day, just raw vegan, and lots of juices, smoothies too. So I've done her program with my girls. Okay, so whenever I do these things, I try my best to stick to it. I mean, if you fall off a day by accidentally putting something in your mouth, then just get back on the wagon, just keep going. So she has 7-day programs also, and I tried to do this with my daughters. There's a podcast on that, and they did it for the first 3 days, and then after that they kind of lost interest, and so they gave me their raw feelings in a podcast. And I'm like, guys, did you have to be so honest? But you know, they're in their 20s, and so that was their opinion. And so that was a good fast also, or juice fast. And let's see, so that was vegan Kristina. And then intermittent fasting. So now this one that I'm doing now is in the morning, or the first thing I have is something kind of citrusy and lots of water. And this is with a program called I Am Surviving Vegan. Orisha, I think that's the correct pronunciation of her name. And so she does, the grapefruit cleanse, detoxing. And I am down a few pounds, but I've mixed that with intermittent fasting. So you can do 13 hours of fasting, and then I think it's 13 and 6 or 16 and 8, something like that. So right now I'm doing the 16 hours of fasting. So I will start eating, say, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I make sure that I stop eating by 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. So basically from 8 p.m. to noon the next day is about 16 hours, and you have an 8-hour window where you can eat things. And so that's what I'm doing right now, and it seems to be working. Like I said, I'm not trying to do it like gangbusters, just doing it in moderation. So I have lost a few pounds there. And then so mixing that again, going back to all these different programs are in my head, but I Am Surviving Vegan reminds you to drink your 40 ounces of water starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then another 40 ounces at like 10 a.m. And then if you can get like 3 mason jars of 40-ounce water in before afternoon, then my goodness gracious, you are really detoxing and getting things out of your system. I mean, really getting things out of your system. So that's what I've been doing. And it has helped me to increase my water intake, definitely. But if you work for yourself, that's different. You can go to the bathroom whenever you want to, but if you're on a job, you're gonna have to pace yourself or sit really close to the restroom. I don't know what to tell you. So intermittent fasting, I wanted to bring up, and I want to know how many people out there have, not this one, wear a Fitbit. This darn Fitbit of mine, I've had it I think for a couple of years, and it's starting to act like your iPhone. When you've had I don't have iPhone now, but when you had an iPhone, it would last for, I don't know, a couple years, and then after that, it starts to get wonky on you, and it won't let you download, and different things just start happening to you when you have an iPhone. Have you noticed that? So it seemed like the same thing with this Fitbit now. I've had it for a couple of years, and now it used to be able to charge it, go a week and a half or so without charging, and now I'm down to almost having to charge it 2 or 3 times a week. So I know that it's all right. Even though I just bought new bands for it, it's trying to tell me something. Time to upgrade my Fitbit. But in saying that about my Fitbit, I mean, if any of you have one, it gets to be a little bit obsessive, because you wake up, okay, you check your steps, which is good, right? You can check your heart rate, I guess once I start going back to the gym or whatever, if I do or don't. But the main things I use on it is my steps. I love the date, the time, of course, but that darn app that tells you how much you've slept. My husband and I wake up in the morning, and of course, I've been married 35 years. What else do you have to talk about, right? First thing in the morning, honey, what was your sleep score? Honey, what was your sleep score? So it's a little friendly competition. And yesterday, being Sunday morning, I had a score of 86, and today was 84. I tell you what, I'm working really hard to keep that sleep score up. And oh my goodness, don't let me accidentally get interrupted in the middle of the night because what? You just messed up my sleep score? Like, Really? Anyway, so I need some prayer in that area. But so anyway, today my sleep score was 84, and that's like, y'all trying to go to bed early. And even if you're in bed early, and for me early is like somewhere between 10 and 11, I can still lay there for an hour and a half and not be asleep. Or it will tell you, well, you might have been to bed at 10 o'clock, but you really didn't fall asleep till 11:30 or 12:30. And then you wake up automatically by 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever your head alarm goes off, and your watch tells you, it knows that when you're actually awake. So sometimes I just lay there trying to fake out my watch so I can get it like another 30 minutes in so I can increase my sleep score. Anybody out there as crazy as me? No? Okay. Just me? So that's that with sleep score. So anyway, it is nice that I, in this group of, and I'm not saying that I'm going to permanently stay vegan or not stay vegan. I'm still on the fence with that all, but I am feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling strong. Need to get out there and walk and make sure. I think my average in the house is 3,000 steps, and my goal, because the weather is now getting better, is to increase it to at least 10,000 steps per day. My husband gets it easy because he's out there and he's working every day, and sometimes he'll even have 16,000 steps. So that's my goal, is to up my game. Hopefully that would be your goal also, is to increase your steps, bring up that heart rate, get in that cardio. All right, so that's what I've been up to. Like I said, following the this program with, I think what I like most about the group of women that are in this Facebook group that I'm in right now is that we're all trying to improve our health, and just being more aware of the people that are around you. So, and also she's not just having you, post how much you drank or what you're eating throughout the day. It's cleansing, like going back to childhood memories and anything that might be toxic, removing those things from your life. Even if it takes journaling or, sitting in the bathtub and like meditating and, writing down the things that come to mind that you might have to write down on paper, and then take that piece of paper and then burn it, so that you're just getting rid of it and moving on. Anything that might be toxic or might have been toxic, or maybe you just had a lovely life and you never had anything bad happen to you, which that's also awesome too. But so I'm saying she's making you do the work. She's making you think, and not just what you're eating, but what kind of memories. What is your memory that's being played over and over again in your head? Because there are some things that we're telling ourselves that we need to undo, and not tell ourselves anything that might be negative, and then play a positive recording in our head over and over again. Like, I am love, I am strong, I am a good mother, I am a good wife, I am a good provider, I am a good friend, a good daughter, just whatever those things are. So we can take away whatever the negative thoughts are and replace them with something positive. So that's another thing I like about that group. So, and then so you doing the program that I'm with also, a lot of you don't have to go out and buy a whole kit of herbal laxatives and all those type of things. You can just use what's in your house: water, grapefruits, oranges. And so she also teaches you how to pair your food properly together. So there are some chains that are out there that I actually do use. I go in and I have a smoothie from these different places. But she's saying that sometimes there are some things that should not be mixed together. And I know that all of us are guilty of, we can take your spinach, whatever, and then you throw in a banana. But like she's saying, if you have apple juice and you're juicing your apples, that maybe you shouldn't throw in a banana. Or, okay, that's all fruits together. But not so much mixing a lot of the fruits with the veggies, because it could set your stomach up for whatever, I don't know. And so if you do that and you feel some discomfort, then maybe you shouldn't mix certain things together. So keep fruits with fruits and keep the veggies with the veggies. That's basically what she's saying. So on that note, I think that we all should take deep breaths and make sure you take care of yourself. Go and get that manicure or pedicure, or even in my case, I love massages. I haven't had one in a while, but I need to go and just get a massage, or have somebody that a spouse or whomever, to give you a nice massage, a nice back massage. It does release toxins when you do that. And then make sure that you're filling back up on your water. So the other thing I wanted to say before I finish up is, I just ordered a hula hoop. And I know it seems like when you were kids, we played with a hula hoop. It was fun. But I remember back a few years, there was a game that my kids had. And as a side part of that game, there was a hula hoop game. So you would kind of like, you would do the hula hoop thing, and then you put your arms up and you try and catch the hula hoop on this side and the hula hoop on that side. And just doing that right now is making me think and move my body. So I decided to order a hula hoop, and why don't you do the same? Order a hula hoop, and maybe we can just get on YouTube or Facebook or something and just start a hula hoop group. Hula hoop group. So that would be fun, just to exercise. Everything has to be intentional. What we put in our mouth, what we think about, what we watch on TV, let it all be positive and let it all be intentional. So, as one of my friends would say, that's all I have for now. Go and enjoy the rest of your April. Plant some flowers, and better yet, plant some fruits, some vegetables, something that will help you sustain your family. You might not be able to feed your family. I have a family of 6, 7. When Grandpa's here at 7. You may not be able to feed your whole family from your garden, but at least if you start, you can at least have fresh lettuce or cherry tomatoes, your own cucumbers, something like that. It's very fun to have. I have some blackberries that are out there, and I think I keep trying with just different berries. Just try them. It's just fun. Just throw it all out in the dirt, and it takes your mind off of just a small portion of your life for that season, and it always brings a smile to my face. So thank you for listening. This is Nubia again from Nubian Queen Nation podcast, and let's go start a whole nation of hula hoopers. Get our waists and our bodies in order. All right. So thanks again. Until next time, Nubian Queen out.